dated and deplorable state of the Bundung Highway. The Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education held the official launch of its partnership with Well Boring to bring clean drinking water to primary schools across the country. And the Food Safety and Quality Authority and the Plant Protection Services on Thursday held an interagency forum to promote collaboration between the two agencies. Stay tuned as we bring you more on these and other stories. Now, the Gambia Police Force have arrested 5 people for allegedly engaging in online scams and frauds. Julian Jai attended a police press briefing today at the police headquarters in Banjul. Here's her report.
According to the Gambia Police Force, the fraudulent operation affected a lot of unsuspecting victims who invested their hard-earned money, including salaries, business profits, and even educational funds. The alleged scammers, known as the AL Group under Wisham, have allegedly scammed hundreds of Gambians using an online pyramid scheme. Mohamed Waidabo, the Deputy Police PRO, explained how these fraudulent scammers operate to lure their victims into believing that their operation is genuine.
To start with, these are people who, the representatives in the Gambia don't know the original owners of this online scamming business. They have never seen their face, they have never interacted in any video conversation, at least according to our investigation and interaction with them. So how it becomes so believable that they even become trainers of people. It's like a hall that when you come, you want to invest in the business, you sit in the hall, the managing director or the director will come and tell you the briefings on how the business is done. And it's like a trap, you know, that if you make the first investment, you'll be able to receive more money. And that encourages you to say that, okay, this is true, and you are encouraged to make more investment. We have seen people who invested in their first investment, maybe spend, for example, $30,000, and we are able to earn $50,000.
The Deputy Police PRO says over 100 people have reported being scammed by this fraudulent online business.
This complex financial scheme involved multiple layers and ultimately led to funds being transferred to a Binance wallet address that is linked to the alleged scammers. They claimed that they are working with global giants such as Alibaba, eBay, and Amazon. Our investigation has found these claims to be false and misleading.
An online media platform did an investigation, and their investigation apparently revealed that one of the main guys behind the AL Group is an Indian-based individual who is quoted as allegedly saying in a voicemail that Gambians are slow learners and that they should go to school and get a job and make money. PRO Dabo calls on Gambians to be careful of their business transactions.
For now, what we can do is community policing scheme to advise the public to be careful in what business they got into. Businesses that are not registered with banks, that are not with any transparent financial institution, are businesses that people should be very careful before they get themselves involved in.
Internet scams are constantly evolving. America's FBI documented a record of more than $10.2 billion in losses due to internet crimes in 2022. According to expert advice, if you get a message that you have won a big sum of money or prize in a competition you don't remember entering, it's a scam. Scammers may tell you that all you need to do to claim your prize is send them a small fee or get them your banking information. As the victims of this recent scam grapple with the aftermath of this fraudulent operation, it is hoped that this serves as an eye-opener to the public not to fall victim to scammers. And it also sends the message that the Gambia Police Force will find and prosecute those engaged in such operations. For QTV News, I am Julden Yai.
Now, it's been 2 years since the signing of the Access to Information Act 2021. However, the Act lacks the body and the procedures needed for its implementation, such as an Information Commission and a roadmap. Jennifer Sonko has the details on the stance of the CSO Coalition on access to information.
It's been 2 years since the signing of the Access to Information Act 2021. However, the law lacks the body and procedures needed for its implementation, such as a commission and a roadmap. On Friday, the civil society organization Coalition on Access to Information and the Ministry of Information held a joint press conference to address the concerns raised. What are the major challenges in the implementation of the Access to Information law? Here is John Charles Njai, the chairperson of the CSO Coalition on Access to Information law.
The roadmap was supposed to give direction and serve as a strategic plan for implementation of the Access to Information law, which was submitted to the Ministry of Information on the 28th of November 2022. It is yet to be adopted by the ministry as a national roadmap. Instead, and despite consultations with the ministry, and we later got to understand in our deliberation with the ministry that there was maybe some breakdown in communication, the ministry also has developed its own roadmap, which is a clear duplication of efforts and a waste of resources.
The permanent secretary of the Ministry of Information clarifies.
What happened was, it was at the tail end of it that they wanted to make this thing a national document, and I said to the consultant, no, we are a ministry. We exist for specific reasons. We exist to serve this particular industry. So if you want to make this thing a national document, it is important that we are brought on board from the very beginning of it. But at this point in time, the TOR that was developed for the consultant's work and the quality of the final output is going to be measured on the basis of the TOR that was given. So if the TOR did not integrate the wishes and aspirations of the ministry, so it may be skewed.
The ministry experienced challenges that have led to the slow-paced implementation of the ATI, the PS Sadies explains.
That is, August to December budget did not have any line item for capturing ATI-related expenses. However, in anticipation of the effective implementation of the law by end February 2023, the ministry factored in the 2023 budget cycle a component for the subvention of the ATI Commission upon its formation in 2023. However, the approved appropriation did not commensurate with the expected sum for the establishment and operationalization of the Commission.
The chairperson of the CSO Coalition on Access to Information challenges journalists to contribute to efforts to push for the further implementation of the ATI as it's already a law.
We don't have an information commission now, but the law is the law. You have the courts. So if you go and ask for information and they tell you, no, you cannot get this information, I mean, just to test the system, that is nothing stopping you from saying, okay, let me take these people to court. You know, because this is how democracies are built.
If the Access to Information law is implemented, citizens will enjoy their right to access information, which will ensure confidence and trust between the government and its people. Reporting for QTV News, I am Jenna Wasonko.
Now, residents and the National Assembly member for Bundung Kakunda, Suleiman Jame, have expressed concern over the dilapidated and deplorable state of the Bundung Highway, which is making life unbearable for road users. Mahmoud Gajaga went there, and this is his report.
This is the main highway connecting Bundung and Serekunda and other parts of the Greater Banjul area. It is now almost abandoned by most drivers, residents and the few taxis that dare venture onto the road. Drives at a snail pace to avoid the many deep potholes that can damage their vehicles. The road condition was already poor, but the annual rains have made the condition worse, leaving most residents with no choice but to work or be stranded in their homes. Some taxi drivers who do transit charge commuters 3 times the normal fare. Suleiman Jame is the National Assembly member for Bundung Kakunda constituency.
Yes, actually the road is terrible right now, I can say. And last year around October they started the project, but to our surprise the project is not progressing. So, and it's not progressing, and still the nature of the road still remain the same. And this is something that definitely the people of Bundung and the surrounding, especially the road users in general, they are really suffering.
A very rough and unexpected jolt can cause severe structural damage to your vehicle, which in turn can lead to numerous mechanical problems. Sana Dumbuya, a resident of Bundung, explains some of the problems. Our daily commute has been affected due to the bad state of the road. Sometimes you can be on the road for an hour or more before you get a taxi to your destination. Alex Bass, another resident, says the road also poses risk to patients who are being transported to hospitals.
Just take an example for yourself. If a patient was to come from the Jami Foundation for referrals to whatever hospital here, if the patient is not strong, just the potholes would have been enough to kill the person. And this, we are saying this not because we are running after anybody, we are trying to seize, to make sure somebody gets out of a position. No, we are saying this because it is serious.
Pap Jibel Fall is the chef de garage at the Bundung garage. The road is very bad. It makes commuting very difficult for us because your car can be damaged, either when you are going or returning. For the passengers, it takes a long time before they get home. A good road infrastructure are important public assets which are necessary for access to jobs, healthcare, education, and social connections. And they serve as important factors for national economic growth. In Bundung, gone are the days when commuters had a smooth ride. For now, until something drastic is done about the plight of this important highway, life will continue to be bumpy for them. Momodu Gajaga, QTV News.
And the report there by Momodu Gajaga will lead us to the commercial break, but we will be right back.
Modu came in to buy some bathroom floor tile, but once he laid eyes on our basins, he fell in love with a stunning basin and with a breathtaking faucet. With a brand new mirror too, at a bargaining price.
So, I got a bathtub too.
Oh yes, he picked up a bathtub too.
It's Batty Days time at Batty-Mats. Enjoy exceptional discounts up to 70% on all our product families. From March 5th to 19th, you're going to splurge. Batty-Mats, everything for construction, from foundation to finishing.
The art of juggling is a true spectacle of agility, coordination, and speed. A symbol of progression, precision, and mastery. .5G speed is like having the juggler in your pocket. With lightning-fast download and upload speeds, you'll easily be able to juggle even the busiest workdays. Whether you're a busy entrepreneur, a creative, or just someone who wants to stay connected. Juggle your tasks with ease with QCell 5G speed. The future is here. It's fast, reliable, and efficient. First brought to you by QCell. We innovate, others follow.
Welcome back from that commercial break. Be reminded you're following QTV News, coming to you live from our studios on Caraba Avenue with me and Sumana Eso Nyansi. Now, the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education held the official launch of its partnership with Well Boring to bring clean drinking water to primary schools across the country. Lena Igwenyiba reports.
Well Boring, comprising a UK charity and associated NGOs, has successfully installed water wells in Kenyan primary schools and expanded its efforts to Uganda, Zambia, Sierra Leone, and more recently Gambia. Through close collaboration with MAPSI and the Department of Water Resources, Well Boring employs a demand-driven strategy to locate schools where boreholes are most needed. Momodu Inkeba, the project manager at Hino International, a Gambian NGO, details the remarkable progress achieved through this partnership.
When we started last year, we did 11 schools last year. So this year we are continuing, and as we speak right now, just yesterday myself and Mr. Ben, we are in the field. We were in Sankulekunda, we were in Santantububu, we were in Jarabarokunda, and also another community around Boiram called Sare Abdu. So the team is already in progress, and we hope by September we will have achieved at least half of the schools that we hope to intervene on. So the target is 50, but we hope by next month or by the end of next month we will have had 25 schools already installed and water running.
Highlighting the significant challenges posed by inadequate water supply and sanitation facilities in schools, Benjamin Koyo, head of operation at Wellboring, emphasizes the organization's commitment to alleviating these issues faced by primary school children due to lack of clean water.
I know the educationists over here will agree with me that lack of water in a school affects a lot of things. One, poor performance, poor retention, absenteeism, and all that kind of stuff. And for us to achieve that good quality education, we are trying to avoid factors that may create absenteeism, factors that will lead to a poor retention, low academic performance, and diseases. And ladies and gentlemen, that's why Wellboring found it really important that we do water programs in schools.
Jerez Sanyang, Deputy Permanent Secretary of Finance at MOPSI, on behalf of the Minister of Basic and Secondary Education, conveys appreciation for Wellboring's invaluable contribution to education and public welfare. He extends encouragement for further impactful endeavors.
We cannot do it all. You've seen the gap in your studies, and this is why we were able to easily identify schools for you to intervene that still have water supply challenges. We want to encourage Wellboring also, after completion of these 50 boreholes, we want to encourage you to do more. There are still, more schools needing the services.
The provision of safe water, sanitation facilities, and hygiene resources in schools creates a conducive environment for learning and growth. When students have access to these essential amenities, they are better equipped to unlock their potential and achieve academic success. Reporting for QTV News, I am Lena E. Gwenyiba.
Now, collaboration between government institutions limits wastage of resources and promotes better coordination. The Food Safety and Quality Authority and the Plant Protection Services held an interagency forum on Thursday to promote collaboration between the two agencies. Jennifer Sonko has the details.
National inspection and certification responsibilities are often scattered among different national agencies, leading to multiple charges for similar inspection and certification, leading to delays in commercial transactions relating in losses to farmers and agricultural traders. Currently, both FSQA and PPS conduct inspections at the border entry points in the Gambia. While all these agencies have clearly outlined mandates on what to inspect and certify, many still have a limited understanding of their obligations and responsibilities at the borders. Here is the Director General of Food Safety and Quality Authority, Mamadou Ba.
We have two presentations. One is on the role and responsibilities or functions of the FSQA, and the other part will also present the roles and functions of the PPS. So that will be very clear to the actors now on the ground, so that that will avoid the misunderstanding or the confusion, as you said. Once that is done, then when it comes to applying the two different roles, you will realize that when it comes to food, when the moment a plant has fruited, and then you have picked those fruits from the plant, it is food. It is under our mandate. But as long as the fruit is on the tree, or on the plant, then it is plant protection.
Mr. Ba applauds young people engaged in agricultural activities, which leads to poverty reduction and employment creation. According to him, the young people just need the required testing and approval mechanisms for them to do more nationally and internationally. Demba Ba, the Deputy Director of Plant Protection Services, delved into the mandate and operations of the service.
So any plant product that is coming outside the country, our border posts are there to find out whether that particular product that is supposed to be here, that plant product material, whether it is free from pests and diseases. That is the main role why we are in that area there.
Aflatoxins are a family of toxins produced by certain fungi that are found on agricultural crops such as maize, peanuts, cottonseed, and tree nuts. What is the Plant Protection Service doing to curb this menace? Demba Ba again.
There was a time that especially our institution, the research institution, were also on that line. They were given something that they will incorporate with the soil during the production time that have already tried to reduce the aflatoxin in the country. And some farmers countrywide, through the help of FAO, were given some of these things that will incorporate when they are sowing their groundnut. That have already helped Gambian to reduce the aflatoxin in that level.
Now, the FSQA and PPS will agree on the mandates and inspection responsibilities of relevant institutions with inspection and certification mandates, create a collaborative platform in the form of a memorandum of understanding between the FSQA and PPS, and orient FSQA and PPS inspectors on a joint inspection plan. Reporting for QTV News, I am Jenna Bosonko.
Now, Kaira Conco Scouts in Jarasoma, in collaboration with Hampshire Scout Explorers from the UK, have carried out 3 days of community-based tasks targeting schools and the less privileged in Jarasoma and its surrounding villages. Our regional correspondent Bakari Balde reports.
Scouting began in 1907 and was founded by Robert Baden-Powell, a lieutenant general in the British Army who served from 1876 until 1902 in India and Africa. Since its establishment, the movement has given humanitarian support across the globe. This is what these explorers with their Gambian counterparts have been doing in the Gambia for the last 3 weeks. Lamin Kinte is the coordinator of Kaira Conco Scouts in the Gambia.
Most important thing about these bicycles, it will address the problem of students traveling from far areas, far villages, coming to school late.
Noruddin Baji and Modu Trawale, both from Soma Upper and Senior Secondary School, uploaded the scouts for repairing 25 bicycles that were in a bad state, also providing 25 toolboxes to the bike owners.
This will boost the educational level of the school. Even our performance, this will contribute a lot to our performance. With that regard, we are really happy. We thank you. May God bless the team.
I'm very, very happy. Most especially for Paul and the team. Because without your support, it will be very, very difficult for the schools to repair this bicycle.
Other schools that benefited from the support are Soma Lower Basic School, where classroom block was renovated with desks, and the rehabilitation of Tonyataba Basic Cycle School Library. Here is Momodu Jata, the head teacher of Soma Lower Basic School.
These were meant for 2 children. They were sitting in 4s, some in 5s, just for them to have a place to be in the class. But today, that is all over.
Andy Austin, one of the scout leaders from Hampshire, talked about how impressive it was to venture into such a transformative work in the Gambia.
It's been great working with the head teacher. He's been very enthusiastic and very helping us to work hard. And well done to all you scouts.
Lamin Sise was also a beneficiary whose house was renovated after it was destroyed by heavy rain. The scouts provided him with corrugated iron to re-roof his house. Scouting began as a program for boys aged 11 to 18, outdoor adventure, character and leadership development, and helping others remain at its core. Scouting was first introduced in the Gambia in 1921, and Kaira Conco Scouts have been a life changer for many over the past years. Bakari Balde, QTV News.
And I'm afraid that's all about it for this bulletin. Do join us tomorrow, same time for more news. Thanks for watching.